Hey guys, I'm Elise and I'm just going to be running through this video and giving you information about everything you need to know when it comes to being a topless waiter or a show performer at private parties like hens parties and things like that. So today in this video I'm going to be talking about how jobs are posted and what platforms we use, what you need to have in order to be able to work, so what to wear, your ABN number, working as a subcontractor, how to behave at jobs and what your pay will be, and working with other performers and keeping yourself safe and general etiquette. And to begin with, I'm going to talk about the platform that we use. So currently I am using the app called Telegram Messenger, which you will need to download after you've watched this video and then message me basically saying, hey, I've downloaded Telegram, here I am. And then I will add you into our jobs group where all of the jobs get posted. So the jobs come through in real time. If the client has emailed me or called me, and I'll get the details from them about the booking, and then I will post them through in the Telegram app pretty much immediately after that. I like to be really efficient with my job, so I will post and you will see the job post come through. And I try to put as much detail in those job posts as possible. So it will generally say what date the event is, what it is. So if it's a hens party or a birthday party or another kind of event, how many hours it is. So if it's just 2 hours topless waitering, or if it's a full Monty show or whatever service it is, it will state that and what the pay is. I try and find out how many women will be there, just as much detail as possible so that you can get a good gauge of whether or not you want to apply for it. And then down the bottom of the job post, you will see to send your collage to one of the tags that we have. So either it will be myself posting it, which is the tag @EliseAngel, or it will be my assistant posting the job, and she might be using my work phone at that time, which will be @workphone Elise's Angels. So depending on when the job comes in and who is posting it, it's really important for you to have a look at that detail at the bottom so you can see who you need to privately DM to apply for the job. So that's really, really important. Make sure with every single job you're checking which number you need to apply to. And the way that you apply is by direct messaging that particular number and copying and pasting either the full job description or the job code. So the job code will be a general what the job is. So if it's the 3rd of February, it'll be 0302 and then either the client's name, so it could be 0302 Helen, or if we haven't got the client's name yet, it might be the location, so 0302 Budrum or something similar. So if you copy and paste all of the details or at least that job code, then we can know really clearly which job you are applying for. So you'll message either myself or my assistant saying, I'm available for 0302 Helen, and send through your collage as well. So it's really important that you send through your collage, which I'll talk about soon, for every single job that you are applying for. And this is because it's really quick and efficient for us to be able to send through your collage then to the client. We don't save the collages on our phones just because then we'll be having to scroll through hundreds and hundreds of collages every time guys apply or girls apply for a job. So it's just much quicker and easier if you send it through every time. And in Telegram, there is a function where you can pin a photo and just pin it in the chat with myself and the PA, and then it's just there that you can click on, copy and send to us really quickly and efficiently. With the collages, we will need some really nice photos of you. So they need to be really clear, crisp images that clearly show what you look like, basically. So they need to be unedited, unfiltered, and just ones that show your body, your face, different angles, ones that are really clear so the client can see what you look like. It is really helpful to have professional images, but when you're first starting out, I don't expect everyone to have professional photos, as they, it takes time to get them and they can take money to get them as well. So I recommend just getting a friend or your girlfriend or whoever to just take some nice photos of you, either at the beach or at home, wherever, as long as there's no clutter in the background. They're crisp, clear images and we can just clearly see what you look like. That's all that we need. And then send them through to myself and I will make up a collage for you, which is basically just a mashup of 4 or 5 photos of you and has your name on it and the Elise's Angels logo, so that it looks really nice and professional, and it's just a good clear image of what you look like to send to the clients. Your collage is basically your CV to the client so that they can get an idea of what you're like. They don't really have much else to go off in terms of your personality or what you're like at work. So it's really important to put your best foot forward when it comes to your collage and get the best photos that you possibly can. So I do recommend later down the line getting professional images done, just because that it is your selling point and it's really good to have awesome professional images. It will increase your workload and it will increase the likelihood of you getting chosen for jobs. So once you have sent through the job code and your collage through to the number that was the job was posted, then don't be put off if you don't hear anything for a wee while. Sometimes it takes a long time for clients to get back to us with their choice of performer. And a lot of the time clients just disappear completely and we don't hear from them ever again, unfortunately. So if you don't hear from me saying that you got the job, you can assume that either you didn't get it or the client's gone MIA or someone else got it. If you did get the job, you will know. I will message you saying you got the job and I will send you the full details of the job as well. So there's no need to check back in saying what happened, did I get chosen, or checking in like that. I can understand it's exciting to apply for jobs and you want to get work, but I might often have multiple performers messaging me asking about certain jobs. So if you don't hear from me, unfortunately, you didn't get the job. And I try and sometimes update on what's happening with jobs as well, like the client's taking their time to decide or the client has cancelled, things like that, but I don't always get time to do that. So if you don't hear from me, you can assume that you didn't get the job, unfortunately. There are a couple of types of jobs that come in. Majority of the female booking jobs, they do book well in advance. So there'll be a job that comes in and it has the date like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, or sometimes even months in advance. So you can clearly check your calendar, check your schedule and see if you're available and apply for that job. Please make sure you always do check your calendar, as it can be very frustrating if you apply for a job and get chosen and then you come back and say, oh, actually I'm not available, I've double booked myself or something like that, and the client has chosen you. So please only apply for jobs if you are keen to do that job and you are available for that job. The other type of jobs that come in, which are more rare, are the ASAP bookings, which might come through exactly on the day or the time of when the clients are wanting to book. So it might be a Friday or Saturday night and the girls are already having a hen's party or something and they decide that they want male entertainers there. So you'll see these come through on a Friday, Saturday night, and it's ASAP, as soon as possible, who can be there the quickest, basically. So if you are keen to make money and you're just chilling on a Friday, Saturday night, keep an eye on the jobs boards and see if any jobs are coming through. When you are applying for these type of bookings, please provide us with what your ETA, estimated time of arrival, will be for you to get there, and that is factoring in parking, traffic, getting ready, everything that you might need to be there arriving at the door. So you would message us saying, I'm available for 1802 Barbara, and I can be there in 45 minutes or whatever and send you a collage. So the more information you provide us and the most efficient and quickly that you provide it, it helps us be able to relay that to the client and just get it all working as efficiently and quickly as possible. So sometimes guys might apply and they just send a collage, but they don't send which job they're applying for, or they just send the job they're applying for, but they don't send their collage, or they don't send their ETA. Things like that can be quite frustrating for us, especially if we are juggling multiple jobs at a time. Sometimes if we're juggling multiple jobs, you just won't be put forward because we don't have the time to prompt you to give us all of that information. So make sure that you're being really onto it and just giving us everything that we need to be considered and put forward for all the jobs that you possibly can. Once you've applied for a job and you get chosen by the clients, then I will send you all the details of that job, which will outline the time, exactly how much money you're picking up, what the event is, normally how many women are going to be there, what the service is, the exact address, and I will also give you the client's details, so her phone number and things like that. It's very, very important that when it comes to the day that you call off a private number. So you can do it on your phone. You can, on iPhone, there's just a setting where you set it to no caller ID or something like that. And I'm pretty sure you can do the same on Android. It's very important that you block your number so that you're calling off a private number when you call them. This is for a few reasons: safety, but also because I work hard for my clients and I do not want my staff poaching clients, basically. If the client wants to book you again, then that's awesome, that's amazing. Tell them to book again through Elise's Angels and you will be rewarded for repeat bookings. I really notice it when clients love the performers and they want to book you again. So definitely, by all means, tell them to book through me again, but absolutely under no circumstances can you hand out your number to any of the clients at the booking, or your social media, or your OnlyFans, or anything like that. You are not able to promote yourself to the clients of my booking. And this is for safety reasons. I've had girls that become stalkers and all kinds of crazy things happen, so it's just not done in this industry. Even if you think that this girl is the absolute love of your life and you're going to marry her, just don't go there. This is not the professional way to behave at jobs. We absolutely don't want to be handing out our personal information. This is not a job where you're going to snag a girlfriend or a one-night stand. You need to maintain a professionalism and don't give out your personal information to any of my clients, please. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is what to do and how to behave once you arrive at the job. So when you get there, make sure you're calling the client off your private number and tell them, hey, I'm outside or I'm downstairs. It could be in like an apartment or a hotel complex. And so if you're down in the lobby, make sure you call them and tell them that you arrived. Very, very important to always get there at least 10-15 minutes early so that you can allow for traffic or parking or anything like that. Make sure you're always early so that you can get there, get organized, and you're starting exactly on your start time. So if you're working 6 till 8 p.m., you want to be getting there at 5:45, 5:50 so that you can get in, get changed, and be working serving drinks at exactly 6 p.m. Although, however, I do understand sometimes there are things out of our control where we might be running late. If this is the case and you are running late, definitely just call the client off a private number and let them know, and then you'll need to stay to make up that time. So if you're working 2 hours, you always need to work the full 2 hours. So if you get there 15 minutes late, your time starts then, and then you just need to work the 2 hours from then. Always work the allocated time that you are being paid for. So when you get there, you call the client off a private number, get up there, get them. Always make sure you get the money off them first of all to start off with. and make sure that you count the money in front of them. So in your job description that I send you, it will tell you how much money you're meant to be picking up. So if you're doing 2 hours shirtless waitering, then you'll be picking up 160. Make sure that you get the cash off them right at the start before you do any work, before you take off any clothes, and count it in front of them. This is just to make sure there's absolutely no confusion about how much money you have received, because I have had performers later on in the evening check how much money and they've miscounted it, or they didn't get enough, or a whole manner of things can happen. So make sure it's very clear with communication with the client that you've received the money and you've received enough of the money. Sometimes they might just be a little bit tipsy and they've counted it wrong, things like that. So grab the money, and then they should have a room for you to get changed in and get ready in, either a bathroom or a private room away from the rest of the party, for you to do your thing, put your bag and get changed. So you'll go there, freshen up, get ready, get changed down into either your slacks or your underwear, whatever you're wearing for that particular party, and then you're basically ready to go. It's up to you what you want to do with your money. Some guys might want to hide it in their shoe, or they might want to keep it in their bag in that room. Your money is your responsibility. You want to have it somewhere where you know where it is and where it won't hopefully get stolen. So if you're leaving it somewhere in the party where it's unattended, just be aware of that it is your responsibility, and you need to keep an eye on it. So then once you're all ready to go and you're starting your shift, you need to go out and present yourself, introduce yourself to the crowd. So make sure that you're going up to the client or the person that was the contact for the day and saying, I'm ready to start now, can you show me around? Get them to show you where the drinks are, exactly what they want you to do. So there might be a fridge full of all the beverages or an esky, or they might want you to set up games or to serve food or things like that. So make sure you've got the rundown on exactly what they want you to do and where everything is, so that you can be the most efficient you possibly can be. And then of course paying special attention to the hen. Most of the time it's a hen's party, so you'll need to go up to the hen first of all and introduce yourself. Make sure you're giving them a lot of attention and basically spending most of the time on them. But in the same breath, you also want to be sharing the love around the entire crowd. So obviously the hen and the hen's party, the bridesmaids and stuff are your main focus, but you want to make sure that every single person in the crowd you've introduced yourself to, you've said hello to, had a chat to, asked them if they want a drink, things like that. So they're all feeling included and all feeling loved, because majority of the time all of them would have put in money together to book you, and they all want to feel included and feel that they've talked to you and got attention from you. So essentially you are the party starter, you are the entertainment, you're the life of the party, and that's why they have got you there. So make sure that you are being really fun, really smiley, charismatic, outgoing, and just chatty and bubbly with all of the patrons at the party. So go around, introduce yourself to everyone, be chatty, ask them if they need a drink, if they want help serving food, or if they're playing games. Make sure you're getting involved or helping them set up. Just being as helpful and as fun as you possibly can be. And being as attentive and efficient as you possibly can be as well. So always going up to the client and saying, is there anything else I can help you with? Do you want me to help you serve food? Do you want me to help you clean up? Things like that. And make sure that you're not, if there's nothing to do, you're not just standing there not talking to anyone. If there's absolutely no one that needs a drink or no one that needs food or anything, then go up and start a conversation with someone, the bride or the bride's party, and ask them when are they getting married or what are their plans for the rest of the evening, and just a bit of banter back and forth. We want to be really charismatic, bubbly, a lot of banter, and a little bit flirty, but never crossing the line of being sleazy or making anyone feel uncomfortable. So you'll work out what feels right with your own banter and your own chat and things like that, but we never ever want to be hitting on the girls or making them feel uncomfortable. We just want to be fun and friendly and bubbly. So obviously you are working in a party environment, and I don't mind if you have a couple of drinks. You know, the girls might offer you a drink or a beer. I don't mind. Obviously it's fun to get involved. It's totally fine to have a couple of drinks as long as you are maintaining a professional standard, and as long as you're not getting sloppy or written off, that's totally fine. We always need to be professional and maintaining a standard whilst still having fun and, you know, enjoying our job. So I don't mind if you partake in the party, but make sure that you are never ever getting intoxicated or crossing that line between being professional. There may be some instances where you're working with another guy, or a male stripper is coming in to perform a show. So always make sure that you are friendly and polite with the other entertainers that are coming in. If there's another guy there that's waitering at the same time as you, make sure you're working well together, communicating about what you're doing, and maybe you can make friends with them as well. If there's a male performer coming in to perform a show, make sure that you are respectful of what he's doing. You might be able to help him set up his show, or organize things for him or for the girls to get ready. But in general, just make sure that you're being polite and friendly to your fellow staff that are working with you. So now we move on to the pay. Most of the time you will be getting paid in cash when you arrive at a job. There may be very, very rare instances that the client wants to pay me the full amount into my bank, and I'll send them an invoice, and then I will need to pay you into your bank and you'll need to invoice me. But it is quite rare that that happens. 99% of the time you will be receiving cash when you arrive at a job. So when you work for me, you are working as a subcontractor on an ABN. So it's very important that you have your own ABN and that you're working off it as a subcontractor. And when it comes to the end of the financial year, it is up to you to organize how your taxes go and what you declare. So it has nothing to do with me. I do not pay your taxes, and you need to do that every financial year at your own accord. When it comes to safety, make sure that, you know, if you're drinking a drink, that you're always keeping an eye on it. You're not getting too intoxicated. You have someone who knows where you are at all times. And if you don't, you know, message them after your booking saying, I'm finished now, that type of thing, then they know to be looking out for you. Obviously, with male jobs, it's not as much of a risk or a safety factor than with our female employees, but you still need to be keeping your wits about you and making sure that you are safe, that someone knows where you are, and that you're keeping an eye on your drink and things like that. So make sure that safety is in your awareness and you are putting the right protocols in place to keep yourself safe at jobs like these. So that is basically everything that you need to know to become a male topless waiter for Elise's Angels. If there's anything that you would like further clarification on, or I haven't talked about and you'd like to know, please just message me. I'm only a message away, and I'm happy to further explain things, or any questions that pop up, I'm happy to help with. And after this, please send me through your ABN number, the pictures that you have, so we can make up a collage. Download the Telegram Messenger app and message me on there, and we will put you in the group, and you will be able to get on your way to apply for jobs and start making money.